Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. Now for today's video, we have my quarterly favorites. If you guys were not a subscriber or did not watch, I started doing quarterly favorites instead of monthly favorites. That way I had plenty of time to make sure that I had lots of time to try new products, make sure I really liked them or didn't like them, and that way I can give you guys the best information I possibly can. So if you are interested to know what I have been loving for April, May, and June, then just keep watching. Alrighty, so for my first favorite for this quarter, I figured I would start with the newest product, and that is going to be the Jaclyn Hill in collaboration with Morphe eyeshadow palette. Now this is really new to my collection. I've only had it a couple of weeks because it did just come in the mail, but it is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure that you guys have heard the hype. Jaclyn Hill, who is a famous YouTuber, if not one of the most famous YouTubers out there, came out with an eyeshadow palette with Morphe. It looks like this, so it is a little different packaging than their normal packaging. It actually comes in this cardboard, which I like. It makes it easy for travel, and it's beautiful and white with silver metallic writing. Also, what I did was in the box came a postcard with the names of the colors because they actually weren't named on the packaging, which I thought was a little weird. So I actually took the postcard, and I'm gonna hold this up here, and I taped it to the back of mine, and that way I would know the names of the colors for, you know, like till the end of time. So I will open this up in case you haven't seen the palette, but it is so beautiful. It's got their traditional 35 colors, however, this has got such a great range. It's got mainly warm tones, which is right up my alley, but it's got a lot of mattes, it's got shimmers, it's got reds, it's got golds, browns, and then it also has this really fun corner down here with some blues and some purples and some greens. So I think this is going to be the perfect eye palette to take traveling because you can literally do basically any type of eye look with this. So for my first favorite for this quarter is going to be the Jaclyn Hill in collaboration with Morphe eyeshadow palette. Alrighty, sticking on the palette trend, my next favorite is going to be the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Now this isn't a new product, but I hadn't actually really tested it out much until the last few months, but I love it. So it's going to be a contour palette. So it's got 4 pans in it. It's got light cocoa, which is going to be good for like underneath your eyes, medium cocoa and dark cocoa, which are good for contouring depending on your skin tone, and then it has pop of light, which is going to be this really pretty highlight. I actually don't really use that. I pretty much only use the medium and the dark cocoa contouring colors, mainly medium because dark is a little bit too dark, but I do like the warmth that comes in the dark cocoa. It also comes with this little brush, but I don't really use that. But the best part is it smells like chocolate. So you can pick this up at Ulta, Sephora, all of those places, but I highly recommend the Cocoa Contour. It's got the perfect blendability, it smells awesome, the colors are great. So if you're looking for a new contour palette, check this one out. Alright, my next favorite is going to be another face product. It's going to be the Farsali Unicorn Essence. Now this is going to be a skin enhancing antioxidant serum. Basically what it is it has this little dropper in it. I'll hold it up so you can see it, but it's got this little dropper, and you basically just do drops down your face. I apply this after I've done my moisturizer in the mornings, but before I've primed my face or done any of my face makeup. So I will moisturize and stuff. I do that kind of like in my bathroom, and then I come down to my vanity and I sit down to get ready, and this is on top of my vanity, and it's the first thing I kind of use in my makeup routine. It smells great. It kind of smells like, I'm not even sure, it smells like berries, so it's got a really nice scent. It makes my skin just feel really hydrated. It's cooling. You know, honestly, I don't know if I've really noticed like a major difference in my skin or anything like that since I've used it, but it just feels like a really nice base to start your makeup with. So I highly recommend the Farsali Unicorn Essence. Okay, going with the face trend, my next favorite for April through June is going to be this Make Sense foundation. I will hold these up. These are by the brand Senegence, which I'm not sure if you, it doesn't want to focus, there we go. I'm not sure if you've heard of the company Senegence, but these are the Make Sense foundations. I have tan and I have dewy, so I have 2 different shades. What I love about this, I'll hold it up again so you guys can see, is it does have a pump. It's a plastic bottle, which I love. It's 1 fluid ounce, which is awesome. It's perfect, but it also has what is called an airless pump. Let me hold this up. So I'm not sure if you can see, but underneath here is a pump that as you use the product, it rises. So that way you don't ever have to worry about shaking your bottle and trying to get all the product out. As you use the product, this pump rises and you're gonna get every last drop out of this. Now what's also great about this foundation is that it has the Cineplex complex in it, which is patented for cellular renewal. So basically it's got skincare in the foundation, which is incredible. So it's going to help you look younger while you're covering the imperfections that you're trying to fix. And also, besides that, this is also waterproof. You can literally take this swimming, go underneath, rub your face, and your foundation will still be on. So that's amazing, especially for like the hot summer months. I live in Oklahoma and it is sweltering out. It was about 100 degrees today, and literally as soon as you walked out the door, it felt like the sun and the wind and everything was just pouncing you in the face. So this is sweat proof and waterproof. It's also budge proof. You can, you know, do this, wipe your face, and it's not going to get on like your clothes. It's great for like when you're going shopping and you're trying on a bunch of clothes and you don't want your foundation getting on everything. So I could say a million good things about this foundation, but I highly recommend the Make Sense foundation by Senegence. All right, sticking on the Senegence trend, I might as well go with my next favorite, which is going to be lip scents. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this. If not, you need to get on board. I'm sure you have seen the crazy videos going around Facebook where people are rubbing their lips and putting their finger up and showing that there is no budge, because lip scents is that amazing. In the past month or two, I think People, I want to say InStyle, I want to say BuzzFeed, they've all done articles or videos on lip scents because it is that good. As you can see, I started with no colors and I have built quite the collection. There's literally a color for everyone. This is a 3-step system, so it's a little bit different than a traditional liquid lipstick. So you'll start with a color. The color I have on today is actually First Love, so it's this nice matte nude color. So you apply 3 thin layers of this, and then you top it with one of the glosses. Like here is a matte gloss, for instance. There's different colors and styles of glosses. And then also in the starter collection, you would get an oops remover. And so that's for touching up any errors you make. Because the color is so permanent almost, you want to make sure that you have a proper remover, especially if you make any mistakes while you're applying. But Lip Sense is going to grab onto your lips. It's not a stain, it's not really a liquid lip, it's kind of in its own category, which is awesome, but it lasts 4 to 18 hours. It's, like I said, budge proof completely. You can see I just wiped my finger and there's nothing there. It's kiss proof, nothing there. You can drink out of your glass, you know, so if you're drinking wine out with your friends or you're drinking coffee in the morning and you've already applied your lipstick, it's awesome. So 4 to 18 hour wear, you can eat with it. You know, if you eat something really greasy, it might come off a little in the waterline, but you can totally reapply that easily. So I really love Lip Sense. If you haven't tried it, I am a distributor, so you're welcome to message me if you want more information on it, but I do really love this product. I wouldn't sell something that I don't 100% believe in, and I also wouldn't put anything on my channel that I didn't 100% believe in, especially as a favorite. So if you haven't tried Lip Sense, I totally recommend it, and that is going to be one of my next quarterly favorites. Okay, an affordable favorite this quarter is going to be this e.l.f. It really looks like it's dirty, but it's not. It's this e.l.f. finishing powder, and this is actually in medium dark. And you're probably thinking, Danielle, you're not medium or dark. And that's because I actually bought this with the intentions to contour and bronze with it, and it's actually perfect for that. Let me hold it up. So it's going to be a matte powder. Like I said, it's a finishing powder, so it's meant for darker skin tones as a coverage powder. So that's what's great about this, is I can contour with it, and not only is it going to be deepening my cheekbones and stuff like that, but because it's a finishing powder, it's also giving me a little bit more coverage in those areas that I like to contour. So it's actually the perfect shade. There is no shine or sheen, so it doesn't accent anything like that. If you have any blemishes or problem areas in this area where you contour, it doesn't accentuate that. So I really like it. I want to say this was maybe $6. It was very affordable as well. So if you are looking for a new bronzer or a new contour powder, I recommend checking out the e.l.f. finishing powder and maybe a little bit of a darker shade. Another makeup favorite for the quarter is going to be this. It's going to be the Rimmel Born This Way Brow Styling Gel. Mine is basically empty. It also, this used to be clear, but because I've used it so much, you can see it's got a lot of my like brow pencil on it, because I obviously apply this after I apply my brow pencil. But this is by Rimmel. It was only a couple dollars at the drugstore. It helps hold my brows in place all day. You guys know what a brow gel does, but I wanted to recommend this if you're looking for an affordable option. So that's the Rimmel Brow Styling Gel. A skin favorite for the quarter is going to be this lotion right here. This is going to be the Equate, which is going to be the Walmart brand. It's going to be the Essentially Enriched Daily Lotion for dry, rough skin. Now this is actually a knockoff and it says it right over here, compared to Nivea Essentially Enriched Body Lotion. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but when you go shopping, if it has a compare to thing, it has to be the same ingredients. It has to be equivalent to that. So I always buy the knockoff brand if they have the version. And I had read about this lotion that it was supposed to be really good and really hydrating. And I want to say this was like $3 or $4, so it was super affordable, and I have been loving it. I get really, really dry skin, particularly on my legs, and this not only hydrates them, but it also gives this really nice sheen to them. So if you're going out at night, this is perfect to put on your legs before, and it gives you almost like a wet look, which I love because it just accentuates your muscles on your legs and makes them look that much better. So if you're at your Walmart, check out the lotion aisle and grab this Essentially Enriched lotion by Equate, and I think you're gonna love it as much as I do. For the price point, you really can't beat it. Okay, I have a perfume favorite for the quarter, and that is going to be this perfume right here. It is the Justin Bieber perfume in the scent Someday. Now you're probably thinking, Danielle, you're too old to have Justin Bieber perfume, and you know what? You're completely correct. However, I was strolling down the clearance aisle at Walmart, and they had all of these boxes of this perfume literally on clearance for $2. So I was like, psh, if that smells like crap, I'll find a teenage girl that likes it, or is obsessed with Justin Bieber, and I'll just give it to them. This stuff smells, oh my god, it smells so good. Every time I have it on, somebody gives me a compliment on it. I put this on before bed the other night, and my now husband, I just got married, he was like, whatever you have on, you smell so good. And I was like, well, funny you should say that, because I'm actually wearing Justin Bieber perfume, but it smells awesome. It's kind of sweet, it's kind of floral, so if you're into those kind of scents, I recommend it. Once again, it's the scent Someday from the Justin Bieber fragrance line. Okay, so the first fail of the quarter is going to be this BH Cosmetics Smooth Canvas Long Wear Shadow Primer. I got mine in the shade Veil. Now, this was supposed to be somewhat of like a dupe for the MAC Soft Ochre paint pots, which everybody is so crazy about. It comes in a little pot like this. It looks like that, so it's pretty much like a skin tone, but this stuff was so dry. I already have kind of dry skin, normal to dry skin, I guess you could say, and when I applied this to my eyelid, it dried it out. I get better luck with just using my concealer to prime my eyelid with, so I just don't recommend this. It was really dry, it was kind of crusty, it wasn't easy to apply, so I, if given the choice, would not repurchase this. Alright, another fail for the quarter is going to be this. This is going to be the Alexis Ren in collaboration with ColourPop. This is going to be a powder highlighter and bronzer. Now, the shades of this that I got are the Golden Moment Bronzer and She's Here to Stay Highlighter. Let me open this up so you guys can see. So this is the product. I'll hold it up so you guys can get a better idea. Now, the bronzer's okay. I just have other ones in my collection that I prefer and that I reach. But the thing that I'm most disappointed with is this highlighter. I don't know if you guys can see really from holding it up, but it is so dark. I did not realize how dark that highlighter was. I mean, it's gold and it's pretty, but it would be more like an eyeshadow on me. It's way too dark for most skin tones. I don't really know many people that this would actually highlight on. I kind of swatched it on my hand. I don't know if you can see it there, but I do like a golden highlight. Like, I love the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, so it's nothing against a golden highlight. It's just, this is so dark. It's just not right for me. You know, whether or not that's user error and it was intended for darker skin tones, I don't know, but I'm just a little disappointed in it, and it just sits there in my drawer. I really don't get much use out of it, so that's just gonna have to be another fail for me. Alright, and my final fail for this quarter is going to be this blush right here. This is going to be my Makeup Revolution. It's one of their Vivid Baked blushes. This is in the shade All I Think About Is You. You know, this might be, like I said, another user error, but I purchased it. It's like this, so it is baked, so it's got this nice kind of marbled look throughout the product. But honestly, I thought that the darker streaks throughout were going to take precedence, and it doesn't. It's really, really light. It almost reminds me of like the 80s and that really light like mauve sheen that was super in back in the day. It's just really, it's not a flattering color on me. I've tried to use it multiple times and I always end up putting a different blush on top of it because it just doesn't flatter my skin tone. So this will definitely be going in the discard pile because I have tried it. It doesn't work for me, not a fan. So that is going to be another fail for me. Alrighty, y'all, that ends my quarterly favorites and fails for the months of April, May, and June 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you wouldn't mind, please give it a thumbs up before you leave, and make sure that you are subscribed down below. If you would, please share this video with all of your friends, and until I see you guys in the next one, thank you so much for watching. Bye! Video today's great start. You can't even see my Ariana Grande ponytail. It's too short. Hold on. Bah! Man down, man down. Ha! I just dropped it. Bye.